Welcome back. The private social media network Nextdoor is changing neighborhoods from organizing garage sales to reducing crime. Nextdoor makes it easier for neighbors to share information. Joining us right now is the founder and CEO. The co-founder is Nirav Tolia. Good to see you, Nirav. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me, Maria.
Congratulations on this company. More than 136,000 neighborhoods use Nextdoor. What are the top reasons people are on this site? Tell us the value of Nextdoor.
Well, Nextdoor is a free and easy way for you to work with your neighbors to create a stronger and better local community for everyone. It's a way to stay in the know, a way to get things done, and a way to be a good neighbor.
So, Nirav, this is Bob Nardelli. Your data shows that about 20% of your users are using it for crime and safety. Tell us, our viewing audience, how they should use that, how that could help on crime prevention. Does it talk about sexual offenders in the neighborhood? Give us a little bit more on that aspect of your site.
Sure. It's about 10% of the conversations on Nextdoor related to crime and also safety issues like natural disasters, tornadoes, hailstorms, etc. But when it comes to crime, you can almost think of Nextdoor as a virtual neighborhood watch. This incredible tool that makes it super easy for you to keep track of everything that's going on in the neighborhood. And if any of your neighbors see something suspicious or potentially criminal, they can easily report it so that everyone in the neighborhood stays safer. We do take privacy and security very seriously, and so if there are registered sex offenders in your neighborhood, they cannot join the network. When you join Nextdoor, you have to enter your physical home address, and if that home address corresponds to a sex offender, then it's blocked. So you won't actually have any of those people on the network, but you will be able to help your neighbors talk about the things that matter, and if those things are criminal or potentially suspicious, you'll all be better informed.
So you've got 136,000 neighborhoods. Are they geographically all over the place? Are there some themes that you're seeing that this is getting picked up by? Where are the most popular communities?
When we started the company, we were wondering if this was a concept that would work equally well on the coasts as well as in the middle of the country, whether it would be in rural neighborhoods or suburban neighborhoods. What we found now with these 136,000 neighborhoods that are using Nextdoor, they're in all 50 states. That represents over 70% of the neighborhoods in the country. And so we've got them everywhere. It turns out that it doesn't matter what kind of neighborhood we're talking about. Neighbors want to connect. They want to bring back a sense of community. They want to use technology to make their lives better.
Nirav, you were talking about the privacy issue, but what about neighbors invading the privacy of others? Do you worry about the legal liability of that? That if one neighbor accuses another of saying something on your service that they find as a violation of their rights?
Well, it's really important to think about all social networks in the context of how the members are using those social networks. Nextdoor is about utility. It's about staying in the know, getting things done, being a good neighbor. And so the kinds of conversations you see are recommendations for babysitters, asking for help finding a lost cat, selling a used sofa, warning folks if there are wildfires in the area. So you don't get the kinds of conversations that really create this kind of strife that you're talking about. It's not personal attacks. It's not status updates. It's not self-expression. It's about coming together as a community to make the better neighborhood for everyone.
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. What's the business model, Nirav? How are you going to make money?
Like all social networks, the service is free for consumers to use, and we believe there's a tremendous opportunity to connect our members to local businesses. And so the business model is to show advertising, hopefully very relevant and helpful advertising to our members so that they can patronize the great local businesses in their area.
And you think it could be $1 billion advertising business?
Well, we certainly hope so. We've been very fortunate with investors. We've raised a couple of $100 million. The last round of financing valued the company at over $1 billion, and so we have those expectations, yes.
Nirav, congratulations. We'll be watching the developments. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Co-founder of Nextdoor.